Tonight, we investigate the Ben Johnson Cowboy Museum located in Pawhuska, Oklahoma. We were contacted by Jo Sholl and Cody Garnett to come and seek whatever's whistling in this video. The story behind this video is the worker was all alone in a museum, and then suddenly she heard whistling near the front of the museum. She then rushes to the front while saying, "Hello, is anyone there?" When she gets there, the whistling stops. The tune of the whistle is When Johnny Comes Marching Home.
If it lights up, something touches it. Yeah. There's one back here too. Oh, there it is. Anybody in here? I guess I should add and put a camera in here too. You got that lighter? I didn't bring enough candles or other stuff. I don't think this place is going to be that big. See. That's one I just passed away. So that's why I wanted that candle. Yeah. There's a candle back there, and in the doorways is that little ball. So. It's don't go. Hey. We're here in Pawhuska, Oklahoma. I'm here with the owner of the Cowboy Museum here, Cody Garnett. I'm going to turn the time over to him to tell us a little bit about this spooky museum.
We opened this into a museum about 4 years ago. It's the Ben Johnson Cowboy Museum, and our museum backs up to the oldest business in Pawhuska, which is the funeral parlor. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. A few months ago, somebody that worked for us had heard someone whistling up here in the lobby, and she was in the back shutting down for the night. She's walking up towards the front, and she starts hearing a whistle. It's like an old Confederate, or like, I assume it's Confederate, or what from the Civil War time. It's called Johnny Come Marching Home. And as she starts walking up, she's going, "Hello, hello, who's there?" And she starts making her way through here through the side door, and the whistling we see on the video moves from in the lobby to back behind this wall right here I'm looking at. So as she's coming in this room, the whistling's leaving this room. And there's a distinct, I don't know if it's a march, I don't know if it's a snapping sound. I'm not sure what it is, but there's a distinct sound along with the whistling. You know, I'm sure this isn't the right tune, but something to the effect of. And you can, and every time my wife, so Anna called me, said, hey, I think there's somebody hiding in the museum. Come over here and look around for me. So it's closing time, and she sounds genuinely scared. So I come running from the other business to here, and I go looking all around, and I tell Anna, I just don't know what it could be, you know. And here in a little bit, I told my wife, I said, won't you run the camera back to see if somebody is in here? So she ran the camera back, and she went as far as to even check the timestamps on the door, and it had been almost 2 hours or something, an hour plus, since anybody had even opened the door, because we get a notification every time this door is opened and closed. So we went back and looked at all that. We looked at all the evidence we had, and it's unsolved. We have no idea what it is. I mean, the thing that every time she looks at it, the hair literally stands up on her arms, because you can hear the whistling and the snapping or stamping along with the beat move from in the lobby to back into the museum as she's coming in asking who's there. So we have no idea what it was to this day, and it's just a spooky. I haven't been in here by myself since then, for sure.
You have a lot of old artifacts in here, you know, and can you tell us a little bit about those as well?
You know, right in the back room here we have artifacts from a guy that was the state penitentiary warden. We got his brass cane right back here, so you know that thing's seen some action, I'm sure. The Correctional Institute right here in Osage County is named after him, Dick Connors. Yeah, another cool thing we have back there that could have a little something with it is we have the original territory prison doors from when this was back in Indian Territory.
Oh my gosh!
They're right there, and they were just right around the corner. You know, we have stuff from, you know, this is a museum. There's dead people stuff all over in it, and Osage County hasn't always been known to be the nicest place in the world to a lot of people. You know, this is you know, this was Indian Territory for the longest, almost out of every, except for maybe the New Mexico and Arizona territories. This is where all the gangsters came. This is where all, you know, a lot of crime happened here, because you had to be federal lawman to step foot on it right here. You know, that's why the FBI was formed, over some crimes that happened right here in Osage County. So this is just the lobby. This is where this is the whistling where it originated, and as we walk through the back, this is the door where Anna would have walked through right there as she was coming up into the lobby.
Banging here was...
There's a swinging door right there. We attribute the banging on the video to the swinging door, but hey, we got t-shirts and stuff for sale too.
As well, you definitely want to get one.
Okay. Right here's the original territory prison doors, Indian Territory prison doors right here.
These right here?
Predate statehood right there, yes.
Wow.
There's not a weld in them. So they're all riveted together out of solid steel. There's been a lot of bad men, a lot of murderers. I kicked the stool. A lot of bad men, a lot of murderers have stood behind these actual doors. And hey, if you come to the museum, you can take a picture behind them.
Let me see. Let me out! Let me out! Somebody bail the uncle out! No.
Here's some of the guys some of the riffraff that ran the area, you know, just a lot of the most famous outlaws you've ever heard of, including Bonnie and Clyde. They stayed at the Duncan Hotel in town, stole a car on their way out of town. you know, Bell Star, the Dalton Gang. The Dalton Gang, listen to this. Bob Dalton was the first chief of the Osage Police, one of the worst criminal gangs in Western history. Jesse James, you know, all the big-time outlaws of the day, Machine Gun Kelly, they came and hid out right here in this area. I was telling you about the Warden cane right there. That's solid brass stacked over with stacked leather over it. That's the cane that he had when he was the Oklahoma State Penitentiary warden. This guy. He eventually stayed. He came from here and came back home. And the Dick Connors right down in Homony's named after him. Dick Connors Correctional. So who knows what that solid brass cane has done in its lifetime, honestly. Who knows what's with that thing?
Do you know if any of those rifles have been used?
Yeah, I mean, they've all been used. Because these guys were old lawmen around here, and they were still fighting like Old West lawmen, you know. This guy here, he fought the Battle of Worcester Mound with this rifle right here, Wiley Haynes. He's just an Old West type guy. That's just right in this area.
That makes me think, you know, of course this is a tool that took lives, you know, so I'm sure, you know, with the proper influence, we might even be able to communicate with one of these individuals tonight. All right, guys, I want to really focus on this one. This story he's getting ready to tell, it's going to be awesome.
This is Henry Grammer's Shaps right here. He's one of the main characters in the Killer of the Flower Moon movie that's coming out. It's all true. And this was the guy that was the kingpin, the mob boss per se around here. So this is his actual Shaps that he wore in the 101 Wild West. You know, he served time for murder in Montana before he settled in this country over a dispute. But you know, he was so well liked at the place he was serving time in Montana, the warden gave him a saddle and a horse to come back down south. And one time the governor of Oklahoma let him out of prison while he was serving time on some tax evasion or something like that here. And he went and judged the rodeo down in Fort Worth and they let him out on his own reconnaissance, and he came back and finished his sentence. So, but he was a mob guy. He did kill a lot of people. I actually held his 6-shooter one time. Had the notches and the grip and everything. Here's the shotgun I was telling you about earlier.
Oh.
So that's attributed to be his shotgun. This is his Shaps. And there was his bridle that he used on his horse right there. But he was a roping champion. He was a real flamboyant guy. And but he was a cold-blooded killer. No doubt about it.
I just want to have my viewers to be known or give you an update. You know, when he was telling this story about this individual, if you notice that candle, it was going crazy. It was dancing all over the place, and now it's back to normal. So again, you know, if you guys are watching, be sure to pay attention to those candles or those little balls, because that's what's gonna tell us if there's something actually here. So again, go ahead.
Yeah. So a lot of these people in here are dead. They're just their personal effects. So we got a lot of great cowboy champions from the area.
I like this clown.
Yeah. If anyone's ever heard of the National Finals Rodeo, they have in Las Vegas every year. It's a big deal. The very first one was in Dallas, Texas, 1959, and the first rodeo clown was from Osage County.
Oh, really?
Yes, his name's Buck LeGrand, and he was a real character too, for sure. Here's one of our native champs right here, Grand Star.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the greatest cowgirls in history. Back before there was even a whole lot for women to do in rodeo. Now they have a lot more opportunities, but she was a groundbreaker. She's an Osage from here. Barton Carter behind you, he's an Osage from here, world champion. Also Justin Patterson over here. He's another station. Plus several others, for sure. But that's what I'm telling you, we just got a real melting pot of cowboys and Indians, really, because our Indians are cowboys. Here it's crazy. John D. Israel, he's a Cherokee. He's a treasure, he's still alive, so he ain't haunting us for sure. Have you heard of the Tallgrass Prairie Preserve up here?
Yes.
That's the largest piece of prairie land left in the United States of pure prairie land. Well, before it was the Tallgrass Prairie, it was the Chapman Barnard Ranch. So it was the largest ranch in Oklahoma in the 1940s.
Wow.
Ben Johnson's dad, one of the namesakes of the museum, his dad was the foreman, the boss man up there. Ben, the actor, the Academy Award winner, he was born on that ranch, and Howard Hughes came and bought some horses from this ranch to film a movie called The Outlaw in Nevada, and they hired Ben to ride on the train back with these horses and take care of them. And while he was there on the movie set, a wagon ran off with some of the top actors in the movie, and Ben went and stopped the wagon, stopped a complete catastrophe, and the famous director John Ford gave him a contract on the spot, and he said he was reading along there on the contract and saw $1,500 a week on the contract and went straight to the last line of the sign and said, that's a lot more than $30 a month working at the Chapman Barnard Ranch back in Oklahoma. So he went off and won an Academy Award and everything else. We're real proud of him around here. A lot of great ropers from around here. We're known as the steer roping capital of the world. Here's a great piece of history up here. Mark Freeman. So we got from Mark Freeman all the way to Mark Freeman IV, Osage County ranchers right here. So that's all their hats. All one of them are dead for sure. Right here's that famous Mullendore murder case I was telling you about. So those people were so rich back in the day, they would throw flamboyant parties, right? And they would have their own money printed out for people to gamble with and buy cocktails. And they'd give you, they'd give you a wallet full of their own money right there. The show Yellowstone everyone likes so well. They're coming out with the 4 6s real soon, just a spin-off of Yellowstone. The 4 6s had chuck wagons for a long time. And one of their original chuck wagon cooks retired in Pawhuska. And this is all his stuff from his garage. So it's kind of neat. Got a direct tie to the new Yellowstone spin-off right here.
That looks like Grandma's old skillet right there.
Yeah, you make a big old deal of
gravy would taste like right now on that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch more of that rawhide braiding they're showing you up front. Yeah. This room, Ben Johnson, we call it our media room. This is where Anna had came the day the whistling happened. She was back here. We usually have a video looping right here. So in the video you can actually hear muffled video kind of in the background as she's walking back here before. But she comes back here and shuts down that movie every evening. But this is a lot of Ben Johnson memorabilia in here. It's kind of fun. He starred in over 380 movies and television shows. Yeah, he had a big career. Born, raised, and buried right here, though. He was all he considered himself, for sure. Really, that's about it. That's about it. Besides the back room and the upstairs area, but you know, we have a few headstones in the parking lot. For some reason, the funeral parlor next door threw them in our parking lot, so I don't know if they're haunted headstones or what. So they took some footage of the headstones and maybe they'll show. But it could be anything or anything. We just don't have a rhyme or reason for what was going on that day. There's no explanation for the whistling. We went through everything trying to figure it out. And like I told you, to this day, when my wife watches it, you know, she's got a good head on her shoulders. And her, literally, I can watch the hair stand up on her arms because there's no explanation for what happened. Wow. Just a whistling, but
Well, we sure appreciate you showing us around this magnificent place. And if you guys haven't come and visit this place, I encourage you guys to come check it out. I guess we're gonna getting ready to start doing our own investigation. So I don't know. I'll turn the time back over to Russell Sun Eagle, who's running the camera. You want me to hold it for you?
Chris, do a trick.
Yeah, I'm hoping it was just passing through scary. That's all I'm hoping.
All right, well, we got the history of this place. Big building. Oh, I probably gotta change my battery out, so I'll be back in 10 minutes. Check that out though. All right, so everybody joining in, we are at the Cowboy Museum in Pawhuska, Oklahoma. At first we did a little bit of history on the place, and the story is that brought us here was there's a whistling going on back here, and nobody was here except for one person, and it was, what was that tune called?
When the Johnny Comes Marching Home Again.
Yeah, that tune started whistling out of nowhere, and it was clear as day. I'll post it in the video when we get done, but we are here. We had these candles lit up everywhere, and then we have these balls in case the spirit touches them. We also have the spirit box that we'll be using soon. So, everybody,
This every scary movie starts out. They do stuff like this. So here we go.
we won't go, Chris.
If that little ball lights up,
Let's
you can
go
just
back
sit
here.
outside.
I'm about out of here.
If there's someone here that would like to communicate with us, please do so at this time. We're here just to talk with you and visit with you. You can either move those candles or touch those lighted balls, or you can talk to us in our recorders. Wherever you'd like to communicate with us, we're open. And again, we mean no harm. We just would like to visit with you guys. And we want to find out who's doing the whistling in this place. We were told that there was a great whistler in here. And we'd just like to know if you have a message for anybody. If there's something that you would like to say, now is your time, because we're open for you guys. And if there's someone that you'd like for us to send a message to, we're willing to help in any way we can. Earlier when we were walking through, I heard a lot of weird knocks. And so, if that was you knocking, please continue. I haven't heard you in a while. But we're still here and we still want to visit. We have this young lady over here with this handheld recorder. You know, if there's something that you would like to say, you can talk right into that as well. And, you know, just tell us whatever you'd like to say. You know, we're open to help any way we can. we're in here with a lot of the cowboys. If there's something that you'd like to say, again, we'd like to give you that opportunity. Right now, just like our cameraman's noticing that flicker of that candle, they can use that as well, and as those little round balls, they can light those up. So again, if you're in here, you want to communicate, you got the candles, you got the recorder, and you got those flashing balls that you can activate, roll, or just touch, and it'll light up if you want to touch it. Man, he about to give me a heart attack. Oh Lord, help me! Help me.
That mannequin over there did that to me. Freaking scared me.
If y'all heard, woo! That was because he scared me. No, he jumped out of that corner.
There's no way. There's only one. Now when you go upstairs, guys, there's one way up, one way down.
Yeah.
Down a narrow path.
Watch your step.
Give it a mannequin.
Oh God.
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty scary in there.
Yeah, we're going to the scariest possible place in the. What if I should go out?
Yeah, they're out there where you'll see. I don't know who might though.
Them stairs is killer.
Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, go to night vision.
Y'all see a chair up here?
Hold on, go ahead again.
Now where's Cody at?
Right here.
Right here.
Can you come here and whisper that name to me?
His name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that a car? Oh my gosh.
That's a big bass bumper.
have that box ready?
Yeah.
I know where it is.
Now for our viewers, again, we have a candle over here, and we have one of those flashing balls. You know, if they touch it, you guys let us know if you see it light up. We also have a voice recorder over here and over there. If you guys want to talk to us, you know, we're open to communicate. But right now, I want to talk to the owner of this helmet. You want to turn that thing up loud as it goes?
Yeah.
The owner of this helmet, are you here? I'm calling the owner of this helmet. Is there anything you'd like to say to us?
So not really.
Are you happy where you're at? I want to acknowledge the flickering of the candle. I want to thank you for visiting with us. Again, we mean no harm or disrespect. You know, we just want to communicate with you. Can you tell us how you died? Is there anyone else up here?
Sure. Sure.
See?
Can you tell us your name? I want to acknowledge that candle is steel now. I'm calling all the ones that are up here to us at this time. I'm inviting you over. I'm calling you over here to talk with us at this time. If you're here, please talk to us. either through this machine, or through that candle, or through those recorders. If you made that candle move, can you please tell us your name? Did you say Phyllis?
I think so.
Did you say Phyllis? Joe? Did you say Joe? I want to recognize that candle flickering again. Joe and Phyllis, I want to thank you for communicating with us. I'd like to ask who's by the window. Did you say Howard? Howard, I want to thank you for acknowledging us. If there's any other spirits up here, I want to give you time. That candle is really flickering. Thank you for that. Are any of those other candles flickering? No. They're still. Man, that one's flickering a lot right now. If you guys would like to say something, now is the time. Again, we mean no disrespect. If there's someone you want to communicate with or send a message to, we will do our very best to try to get your message across. I want to acknowledge the humming in my ear, my right ear. Again, I would like to ask you to talk to those recorders, or this box, or that light, or that ball. Where's it at?
Like it just almost seems like, I don't know if it's like a curtain or, just a little bit ago, it almost looked like it kind of leaned a little bit.
What was it?
It was at the very, very back.
A person?
No, it was just like a shape, like.
Oh, a shadow.
See, there's something big black that makes a shadow back there. What was that?
Used to be a window with a big black glass.
third room?
It was like if something the same color as that black was standing there. It was just like it kind of did this a little bit.
Okay.
It peeked out.
There was something over here by this window, and it walked this way, and then I seen another one come right behind it. So I do know there's things up here. If you guys would like, we can go to that third room and see if we can communicate. You guys game or? I'm seeing all kinds of stuff up here, so let me know if you see something behind me.
Okay.
See, look at that. That thing's starting to move. Look. You get that on that? Something knows that we're up here.
Yeah. Nobody's been near it since it went back off. Is anyone over here? This one just went off. That light.
Came up the ankle. Oh, let's see.
Let's see if that's still working.
Do it.
Nothing's going off.
I know. Extra chair over here.
Maybe it's a mouse.
It's a tire.
I'm sitting on the horse.
No.
We can probably find something for you, Sam.
Oh.
Kicked it? Okay.
Me and Chris will share a chair. No, it's
Yeah. So I can't even share one cheek on this chair. No. I got those track star buns. Nah. Alright. Mr. Garnett,
Yes.
can you keep an eye down that hallway and tell me if there are any of those other lights or candles start going crazy?
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Okay. Again,
Got all the candles.
I'm calling all the spirits that are up here or in this building. I'm calling you at this time to come talk to us. I'm calling you right now. I'm inviting you to come talk to us. We have this candle. We have that ball by the door. We have these recorders. We have this box. You can pick anything you would like to use to communicate with us. Whatever is easiest for you. What was that?
I heard that.
That sounded like a growl.
Yeah.
We don't mean no disrespect. We're just wanting to visit. We apologize if we're offending you at this time. But again, we mean no disrespect. And if you would like to say something, again, we have all these things that you can utilize to talk to us at this time. Is there anyone in this room? I want to acknowledge the candle moving. I want to thank you for that acknowledgement. Again, we mean no disrespect. Can anyone tell me who is whistling downstairs? That's what we would like to know. And we will let you be if you could tell us What did it say? I thought it said Richie.
Kind of sound like that too. I'll see it say it again.
Can you please say the name again? I'm calling all spirits that are in this building. I'm calling you to come and visit with us and sit down and talk to us at this time. We have several things you can utilize, whichever is easiest for you.
Candles dancing in the far room.
In that first thing?
I'm calling you to this room, all spirits. Please come talk to us. If there is a message you would like to there was a shadow back that way. I call whoever's back there to come to us over here and talk to one of these tools that we have.
What if I whistled it?
What's that?
What if I whistled what it was whistling?
No, let's not do that.
Okay.
If they want to, they can.
Okay.
I want to acknowledge that candle is steel. It's steel. Again, I'm calling all spirits.
It's jumping in the far room.
If you're in the far room, I ask you to come back here. And we will let you be if you come and just answer one question. I want to know your name. If you tell us that, we will leave. What did he say? Yeah, something like that. I said, did it.
That candle is still dancing in the far room.
Well,
Dancing big time.
I want to thank you guys for letting us come up here and visit. You know, again, we mean no disrespect. And I feel like you've answered what I asked. And I want to thank you again. But I also want to tell you, you know, we're closing this at this time. And again, I want to say thank you very much for your time.
What you think, Chris?
I thought this was pretty awesome. We had a lot of activity here tonight at this Cowboy Museum here in Pawhuska. We want to thank Cody for allowing us to come in. We sure appreciate that. As staff members, we want to thank you for that too. They were very kind, very generous. And again, if you guys are in the Pawhuska area, I want to encourage you guys to come down and visit this place. This is an awesome place that you're not going to want to miss. Not only for the paranormal, but for all the things that they've got here. Again, you know, tonight, you know, there was a lot of stuff that we went through. Some stuff you may not be able to catch on film or audio, but you know, that's why we use so many different stuff tonight, old and new. You know, again, I know everybody wants to say about this equipment or that equipment, But we gave you a lot of different equipment to choose from tonight. So again, you know, I know Russell and his crew is going to really go through all this information, you know, whether it's audio or video, and they're going to come back and let us know what they find. I'm going to turn time over to Russell.
So thank you for having us. I hope we got a lot of stuff. This was left down here. I guess if something happens ever again, let us know. We'll be more than happy to come back and try to figure it out. I mean, hopefully we did figure it out. We got some names. And Spirit Talkers. That's what we're called now. We changed our name, so we're now Spirit Talkers. That's our name now. So we'll be coming out with more content soon. And
yeah, we're giving these guys permission to use the original footage, so you guys can look for yourselves if they decide to put it on up for y'all.
Yes. Well, I'll send you a copy too.
Yeah, great.
So, but thank you again, and I guess that's it. You know, catch us down the road. Follow us wherever at Reservation or at Spirit Talkers.
Something.
Yeah, I'll get it figured out.
But
see you.